Hello, Mastermind Group. I'm so excited that we were able to have this time together tonight to talk about the law of awareness. Now, the law of awareness is very simple. You and I must know ourselves intimately in order to grow ourselves. And basically, the law of awareness tells us that in order to grow, we have to not only establish reality, but we have to face reality. And, you know, one thing I know for sure is that the person that is hardest to lead is me. Some of us shared, knowing what it is that we want to do. Some of us shared what our absolute passions are. Some of us shared being in this place of growth, this space of growth where we are on our way to working towards our dream, fulfilling our purpose, knowing exactly what we were put on this earth to do. And so when we talk about the law of awareness, leading ourselves can be quite challenging. We will spend a lot of time looking at situations, assessing those situations. And, if we're really honest with ourselves, we will think that we're doing a really great job at assessing reality, right? Like we will think that we have figured it out. But there are also some tendencies that we do have that we really need to honestly address. And so when we're talking about the law of awareness, we get the opportunity to dive deeper into that space, becoming so clear about the what, and then taking the steps on how we're going to get there. That's that in between space, living in the dash. We know the year that we were born, we don't know the year that we're going to die, but there's a lot of living that needs to happen in the process of going from here to there. And becoming aware of the realities and then doing something about them, that is what's going to help us to get to that space. So, as we're going through the book, okay, as we're going through this incredible tool and resource that we can use as our guide to take us on this journey and on this path, I really want to challenge you, just like I'm challenging myself, challenge you to apply what we've learned in the law of awareness. That application, there's going to be some time for reflection. There's going to be some time to dig and then to dig some more and to dig even deeper. There's an exercise that I love to do with people. It's the hardest exercise that you can do, because when we ask ourselves, what do we want? Let's just start with something that simple. What is it that you want? I'd be almost certain that one of the first thoughts that come through your mind is, I can tell you what I don't want. I can tell you what I don't like. I can tell you I can tell you what the things are that I don't. But the question isn't what don't you want? The question is, what do you want? The space between being and having is doing. Taking action to intentionally write down, understand, go beyond the thinking and the deciding to taking the action. That's what the challenge is. And that's what I'm challenging you and I'm challenging myself to do. Okay? So, your assignment that you get to choose to do is to do the application for the law of awareness for chapter 2. For next week, we're going to get into the law of the mirror and the law of reflection. Now, as you are going through the steps in the application process for the law of awareness, here's something that I want you to reflect on. Let me read this question to you. What strengths and weaknesses in yourself can you recognize? What strengths and weaknesses are in yourself that you can recognize? And if you want to take it a step further, if you're leading a group, or if you're leading, you've got a department, you've got a team of people that you're leading. What strengths and weaknesses does your team have? We need to be able to establish reality and face that reality. Because the reality we don't face becomes the patterns that we repeat.